Hi everyone and welcome to today's video. Today I'm looking at two products from Tiltwell in a little bit more detail. Now I did first impressions on these, and these are items that sort of, I suppose, your first impression actually does pay off. These are the two pen stands that I got from Bob over there at Tiltwell. Bob runs his 3D printing business, I suppose, off Etsy, and he's made these two pen stands. They are designed to hold your pen, very different in form. Function is more or less the same. So I just wanted to really show them in a little bit more detail and talk about some pros and cons. So let's start with the Humanoid one over here first. So this is the Humanoid. Now these come in many different materials. Well, it's the same sort of 3D printed plastic, but different finishes, and the price point sort of changes depending. So as you can see, it is the form of a man with his arms out, kneeling, and his arms are out with his hands open to accommodate a pen. And there you go. So here we have, you see that the pen rests in the hands. Now, what I really like about this is that it's unique. You know, we have here something that is a statement stand. So this could sit on your desk, sort of in an office, maybe a less formal office, and hold a pen. It would look great with, this is the Pilot Custom A23. So these larger, more statement pens probably look really nice sort of in the Humanoid's hands. So let's talk a couple of pros and cons. Firstly, we'll start with the cons. Like, the fingers are very thin. And I'd be worried about, if it fell, sort of them breaking. It doesn't feel like the strongest sort of material as the printing process, sort of allows. The other thing is that the finishing is a little bit sort of rough. The fingers are quite sort of rough, and you can sort of find sort of like little rough points sort of all over his physique, I think that's something that could be worked on, and that's across the board with the Tiltwell products, as you'll see in this and the other couple of products I'm looking at shortly. But apart from that, it's actually quite a cool little piece. It's fairly sturdy. It's not going to topple, particularly once there's a pen in it, and it does its job. And as I said, it's sort of more a statement sort of piece. It is very light, so it does move around. So maybe secure it to your desk in some way. A little bit of sort of sticky tack or something that would probably do it quite nicely, but it holds the pen securely, and that's the main feature of this pen stand. So yeah, really the only criticism is some of the finishing is just a little bit rough, and so it's just an interesting little piece. Let's look at the other pen stand now. This is the one that I actually really quite like. It's simple, it's understated, it's black matte plastic, and I think it's really nice. Simple flat base. Once again, there's that sort of 3D printed sort of line by line sort of nature of it. Some of the finishing on this one is a bit better. There are still some sharp corners, but for the most part, it does a pretty great job. And with the pen in there, it's actually really nice. This is, I think, a more sort of elegant pen stand, something you could easily put on a professional desk and not have any sort of issue with that. Once again, it is light, so it does move around. This one would be harder to secure unless you maybe use some double-sided tape or something like that, but it does move around quite easily. Would be easy to knock off a desk because it is so light, but the center of gravity on this one is actually really good. It's nice, and because it's low and spread, you do get sort of a nice sort of sturdy position for the pen. And once again, available in sort of a lot of different finishes, and the price points are fairly decent. Sort of looking around the $20 Australian mark for a lot of these, so 20 to 30 or 20 to 35 Australian for a lot of these products. It will depend on your currency and shipping and all of that. Shipping to Australia is not overly cheap, but I suppose if you were in the United States, it would be sort of a more affordable for that. So these were the two pen stands that I've been playing with for the last couple of weeks. I've had this one on my desk, and I've really enjoyed sort of having my Pilot Custom A23 sitting in there. And the people who have seen this one have all sort of it does sort of make a bit of a statement, and people do comment on it. So if you're looking for something to sit on your desk at work, and wanting something that sort of makes a little bit of a statement, then something to think about. So I've linked to Bob's Etsy page down below. Check them out. Watch my first impressions video, see a couple of the other products I'm looking at, and I'll be showing those in a bit more detail in a couple of weeks. But these are the two pen stands, and yeah, if you don't mind a little bit of rough finishing, sort of a nice little interesting statement piece is there for you. So, hope you found this video interesting and useful. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notifications button if you want to stay up to date with the videos that I produce. Please feel free to get in touch using any of the platforms listed below. You can find me on Instagram or Twitter at @the_offstage_me, or you can contact me in any of my videos here, or drop me an email, which is also listed down below. If you've got a product you think I should be looking at, let me know. If there's a way you'd like to support the channel by sponsoring a review or providing a product for review, get in touch and let's see what we can do. In the meantime, enjoy your pens, enjoy the associated accessories. As I said, these are very cool, 3D printed. Check out the many colors, different designs, all that sort of stuff. Tiltwell, really cool. I'll talk to you later.